In this video, I'm going to share how we finished off our custom shower stall. First up, I installed the Schluter Kerdi on all of the walls. If I were going to tile the shower, I would have used a laser level to make sure all of the black lines on the membrane were perfectly level. But because I'm doing microcement, it doesn't matter how they're lined up.
For this shower pan, I went with a different brand just because of where our hole was. We didn't want to move any of that. We wanted to use what we had. So I bought a 36-inch by 60-inch shower pan, and it just opens like this. I am going to have to cut it to kind of put it perfectly over the hole, and then I do have a piece here which will be drastically cut because we do not need that much. Let's just pretend I have the shower pan mortared into place and it's cut properly, and I have my plumbing here. I just wanted to show how these pieces all fit together. Essentially, this is going to get glued onto your plumbing, which you've hopefully tested, and it fits nice and perfectly. And then around is also going to get mortared. So you're going to have glue down here, mortar here, make sure they don't mix up, and then you're going to set that into place. And then this is also going to get covered up. There are special rings you get when you order these, or you can just use the Kerdi band. Now, this is the drain that comes with it. This plastic piece was separate. You snap them together, which was a bit tricky, but I got those snapped in. And then you also snap this one on, and this kind of adjusts the height based on how thick your tiles are. So let's pretend that we're doing a tile shower. We would adjust this, and we would kind of match it up so that once this is all grouted, kind of all the same because we want our water to drain into here.
Once I was ready to fit the bottom piece, I used a utility knife and cut along the edge.
Okay, we run into our first snag, and it's actually a pretty big one. There's a random pipe in here. I'll show you after, but essentially that means that we cannot put our drain here any lower. So I don't know if you can tell, but we are higher than what this is. So we're going to just put a piece of plywood underneath and raise the pan, and then that way it'll kind of go into that. But I wanted to show you this tool here. It is an attachment for the drill, and essentially it's a little saw, and this is how you cut your plumbing pipe inside, because I mean with a traditional saw you're never going to be able to get from the side like that. So if you're ever doing any kind of these drain pans, I bought this on Amazon last time I did a shower, and I didn't know I would have to use it again, but I did, and I was happy I already had it. We have this pipe here, which is hitting this, and we can't go any lower, even without that in place. And I have no idea what this is, why there's a pipe there. We don't know what it's for, and we do not want to have to do concrete into our ground. So just raising this, like we said, with the sheet of plywood is going to be the best option, because obviously we'd have to rip out pretty much the whole bathroom, the whole house, trying to figure out what this pipe is.
Once the plywood was in place, we attached the foam board to that and then finished the rest of the drain plumbing. Because I hadn't cut the edges perfectly, I did have to fill in an inch or two on the sides with a dry pack mortar. From there, I waterproofed the edges of the shower, and now we're all ready for microcement. Visit madisonmethod.com for more details, or check out my other YouTube videos.